Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Spiral News for April 3rd, 2026. And today is the day before the 4-4 portal. And it's all. So I'm getting some feedback in my recording, and I'm going to start this again. Oh, actually, I'm not going to. There we go. So I don't have to hear myself. So it is a really significant time in the world, and the energies are shifting like crazy. And I wanted to talk a little bit about what Good Friday is in the Christian religion. So in Christian tradition, Good Friday commemorates the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, or Yeshua. It's observed as a day of mourning, reflection, and reverence. And why is it called good? The term good is believed to come from God's Friday or Holy Friday, and it's considered good because it marks the fulfillment of divine love through sacrifice. And the symbolism of this is sacrifice and redemption, the triumph of love over fear, and the gateway to resurrection. Now, there's also a significance to how Passover in the Jewish tradition connects. So Passover in 2026 begins on the evening of Wednesday, April 1st, and ends on the evening of Thursday, April 9th. So right now you're in the middle of Passover week, which overlaps with Good Friday, and tomorrow, which is the 4-4 portal, but in Christian tradition, it's Black Saturday. And then, of course, as many of us Americans know, Easter Sunday, and other Western traditions, Christian traditions, creating a powerful convergence of spiritual timelines. Passover, or Pesach, a Jewish festival it's a Jewish festival commemorating the Exodus from Egypt, freedom from slavery, and the passing over of the angel of death. So the timing of Passover and Good Friday overlapping is because the Last Supper, Yeshua or Jesus's final meal with his disciples, was a Passover Seder. So Passover, liberation from physical bondage. Good Friday, liberation from spiritual bondage. Both involve sacrifice, blood, and the crossing of a threshold. And there's a deep esoteric connection. Passover is the blood of the lamb on the doorposts saved by the Israelites. Good Friday, Jesus, called the Lamb of God, sacrificed himself to save humanity. Both events mark the passage from one state of being to another, from slavery to freedom, from death to life. And how does this relate to the 4-4 portal? So Good Friday is the descent into the underworld. Symbolically, you may be feeling it. And Passover is the crossing over into freedom. The 4-4 portal is the anchoring of divine frequencies into the earth. So combining these two, the weekend is a cosmic convergence, a time to release old patterns, cross the threshold, and anchor your highest self into form. And how does this align? Well, let me talk a little bit about the 4-4 portal. The global spiritual significance of this in numerology is 4-4 is the day, symbolizing foundation, stability, and the manifestation of divine structure. In astrology, the sun in Aries, fire, aligns with the moon in Cancer, water, creating a balance of action and emotion. The religious resonance in many traditions, the number four represents a four direction, a four element position, and the four pillars of creation. The spiritual meaning is this day acts as a gateway for grounding higher frequencies into physical form. It's a day to set intentions for long term stability and to anchor your soul's mission into the earth plane. So, the energetic meaning is Good Friday carries the frequency of surrender, release, and transmutation. The spiritual archetype, the wounded healer, one who transforms suffering into light. The personal reflection is it invites you to ask, what part of me is ready to die so that something new can be born? And the spiritual significance of Black Saturday. Today being Good Friday is April 3rd, and then leading into Easter is April 5th. So in Christian tradition, Black Saturday is the day Jesus lay in the tomb. It is a day of silence, reflection, stillness, waiting. The energetic interpretation represents the void, the sacred pause between death and resurrection. It is the womb of transformation where old self dissolves into the new self, where the new self prepares to emerge. And the symbolism is the descent into the underworld, the dark night of the soul. So that can feel very uncomfortable in the alchemical phase of calcination before birth. So, how this relates to the 4-4 portal, Good Friday, again, is the descent into the underworld. So that's what we're feeling today on the 3rd. Passover is this whole week crossing over into freedom. The 4-4 portal is the anchoring of divine frequencies into the earth. So this weekend is the cosmic convergence. So it's time to release old patterns, cross this threshold, your soul threshold, the part of you that's ready to release old patterns and step into what you've been afraid to step into or hesitant to step into, and anchor your highest self into form. So tomorrow, 4-4, is a day of grounding divine frequencies into physical form. It's a day of stillness and integration, and it's a powerful moment to anchor your highest intention into the earth while honoring the sacred pause. It's a day to breathe, reflect, and prepare for resurrection, both personally and collectively. And if you don't like that resurrection word, or if it doesn't resonate for you, transmutation, transformation, becoming your highest ascended self. And the collective ascension field, new grids, new ascension grids are phasing in. So in the Andes near Lake Titicaca, Southern Alps in New Zealand, and the Sinai Peninsula. So the grid type is a triadic crystalline lattice. And you can tune into this through meditation. You can feel it. And the function of it is to stabilize emotional coherence during planetary timeline bifurcation. If you have questions about this, please ask, as I'd love to share more information with you about this. The elemental signature, the earthly elemental signature, is quartz silica resonant with gold ionization. These grids are not physical structures, but energetic matrices that act like tuning forks for human consciousness. They help anchor higher emotional frequencies and assist in the stabilization of collective memory fields. Those sensitive to energy, raise your hand, may feel a subtle hum or pressure in the chest. when near these locations, or you may just feel it, globally. You may just tune into it and connect with it. Regarding light photons and quantum observations, photon density spike is detected in the ultraviolet and soft X ray bands. So the effect is increasing DNA resonance, spontaneous memory recall, and dream time clarity. There's a quantum field note. Observer effect is heightened. So what you focus on now collapses faster into form, meaning it's more easy than ever to manifest. So be careful what you're focusing on. This influx of light is not just metaphorical, it is literal photonic data entering the biofield, triggering dormant codes in the DNA. This can manifest as vivid dreams, sudden insights, or emotional release. And I have also noticed just sort of timeline wonkiness where it's like, wait, which timeline am I on? And feeling a little bit out of it. It's crucial to remain grounded and hydrating during this phase so you don't spiral out. Ground yourself. This is happening. And in Mandela cascades, recent shifts in historical timelines involving Atlantis and Lemuria are rephasing into the collective memory. If this is happening to you, I'd love to hear about it. People may be experiencing powerful deja vus, timeline bleed throughs, which is what I was talking about, or ancestral downloads. Lots of downloads. These cascades are like ripples in the collective memory. And as more people awaken, shared memories of ancient civilizations begin to surface. This is not a regression, it's integration. And you can feel it in the body. Allow these memories to surface without needing to label or categorize it. Just observe it. And with the 4-4 portal, sit in stillness with it. Because in solar and cosmic weather, the solar wind is elevated with minor geomagnetic storms expected. Cosmic rays are increased penetration due to weakened magnetosphere. So the effects of that may feel like fatigue, emotional waves, and heightened intuition. The Earth's magnetic field is thinning, allowing more cosmic radiation to reach the surface. This can disrupt sleep patterns, cause emotional volatility, and amplify psychic sensitivity. Grounding practices and rests are essential. If you need support with all of these things, just holler at me. The astronomical dynamics. So Venus, Mars, and the Pleiades are forming a harmonic triangle. This amplifies feminine masculine balance and opens throat chakra pathways. This alignment acts as a cosmic tuning fork, balancing the divine feminine and masculine within each of us. It encourages authentic expression and compassionate communication. Boy, have I been noticing this in my relationships. Use this window to speak your truth with love. And in galactic and angelic communication, there is a presence in the skies. Yes, it is increased, and sightings are intentional. So if you're having these sightings, or if you're perceiving these sightings, however it's coming through to you, that is intentional from a galactic and angelic communication point of view. The message is prepare for remembrance. The veil is thinning. Why now? To assist in the integration of multidimensional awareness without fear. The increased sightings of light ships and plasma phenomenon are not random. They are part of a coordinated effort by higher dimensional beings to gently acclimate humanity to the reality of multi-dimensional existence. Their presence is a reminder that we are not alone and that support is available. You need only ask. Ask your past loved ones. They are there. Ask your angelics. If you like whatever you believe in out there, if you're feeling that you do have a connection to a particular star system or planetary uh, realm, connect and ask for assistance, because the law of uh, free will is honored. And so you must ask. So when it comes to the Earth elemental field, the Schumann resonance is spiking irregularly, indicating Gaia's nervous system is recalibrating. In elemental beings active in forests, oceans, and deserts, especially dolphins, whales, and ancient trees. The ley lines are reactivating in northern Scotland, eastern Turkey, and western Australia. The Earth is alive and conscious. Her nervous system, reflected in the Schumann resonance, is undergoing recalibration. Elemental beings, nature spirits, dolphins, whales are acting as guardians and guides. They're helping us to stabilize the planetary grid and assist in the transition. So, realms building energetic infrastructure. This is so cool. New cities of light are forming in the etheric realm above Sedona, Glastonbury, and Uluru. And the purpose for this is to anchor the 5D timeline and provide templates for post-collapse societies. And how you can help. You can help by meditating on these locations. Visualize golden spirals descending into Earth. These etheric cities are not visible to the naked eye, but can be felt by those with developed inner sight. They serve as templates for future societies based on unity, coherence, and love. By meditating on these locations, you help anchor their frequencies into the physical plane. So the soul mission in this era is to focus on service through coherence, not martyrdom. To align your actions daily with joy, not obligation. The reminder is your presence is the broadcast. Your frequency is the message. So just be in it. This is the era of change. So your soul mission is not to do more. It is being more present, being more coherent, being more loving. Your frequency is your greatest contribution to the collective. So to optimize the most peaceful timeline that is unfolding, stay in heart, head coherence as much as possible. Avoid fear narratives. Anchor gratitude daily. Connect with nature. Speak truth, but gently. And the most peaceful timeline is not something that happens to you, it is something you choose. By maintaining coherence, avoiding fear, and anchoring gratitude, you align. And I would just say joy and love, right? Connecting in joy and love, align with your highest possible outcome for yourself and the planet. And always remember, the field is listening.